What's up, guys? It's Lil Mandy. Had technical difficulties. It's my first time using a microphone that literally I have to talk into. I literally think I have to move. Trying to figure out this technical stuff because it's my first mic. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it's here. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the first time I made a meal for myself, and I'm gonna go over my manuscript of what I had an idea of what I was talking about. Is the first time I cooked for myself, I was making something, and this time I'll actually show a clip of it or a picture of it, of what I cooked myself the first time, and we'll go through the depths of videos and clips and that, but I do have a clip that I can show you guys of what that looked like. Yeah, I appreciate you guys if you watch this. We're doing a Storytime podcast thing, so it's gonna be different. So you guys can see the headphones and the cool microphone. Yeah, we're gonna talk about. Okay, this is the first picture. I don't know if you guys can really, if it's in hand. And here's the second of yeah. See that? First time I chopped up was basically because this is when I started making more of my food, so just get an idea of just of what I did the first time I made myself something. But yeah, I made spaghetti. That was my first meal that I had to prepare, and I didn't really know back then what I liked, because what I mentioned in the video that did not get its audio recorded. Okay. But yeah, the first time, you guys are cooking by yourself. So I feel like everybody that relates to the idea of, cooking for yourself, because I grew up with a lot of family around me, and basically, yada yada, that I had a mother who always cooked for me, so I didn't think about much about cooking. I know I've cooked for myself before, but I've never cooked by myself when it was just me and no reassurance, and it was by myself. And this is the first time I lived in the city, and first time I actually cooked for myself, and all I had was me and my walls that every time I talked it echoed, or it felt like there was no existence in sight. It was terrifying, and decision making was all on me, so wasn't exactly the most charming situation, no, but it gave me a lot of hope for this first meal. And the first meal, I went and grabbed stuff for it. I had spaghetti, I grabbed sauce, I grabbed my meat in that, and I grabbed it and chopped it into pieces because it's the first time I cooked for myself, so I had to learn how to make portions for every day. And yeah, I got stuck with a lot of sorry, dog hair. I got stuck with a lot of responsibilities for myself, so cooking was just a small part. But honestly, for me, cooking has always been kind of a big leap for somebody like me, because I've always stuck to the same kind of routine for most of my life. So having a new routine was a new thing for me. So learn how to cook, learn how to be independent was scary, because I'm the youngest of 3 kids that my mom had. I was the youngest, the beanie, the tiny one. But yeah, it was nerve-wracking because the first time I actually went out and grabbed food for myself, because I'm pretty sure you guys can watch that clip right now. It's up. If you guys can watch that clip, I appreciate it. It's me talking about my first time shopping. I had so much anxiety. Called my mom a couple times. Tried to reassure myself that I can do it my own, because I did not want to. I never liked myself being coddled, because I feel like if I coddled myself too much, I would get kind of stuck in that typical younger sibling and coddling person. So the first time I actually did cook for myself, I was completely nervous. I had only the idea of okay, I have to make sure that I cook for myself and I get to spend time. Just so after that, me and I guess my ingredients that I had there, I was panicking, chopping, like, oh no, what if I add too much for this? What if I did too much of that? And just anxiety. I feel like half of the internet has anxiety posts, the other half, talking about being a young adult and dealing with bills and expenses and kind of building up. Because right now I'm only dealing with so much, but when you're put into pressure to be an adult, because as a kid I used to always dream about doing stuff on my own. Now it's building of anxiety just to get through the day. But the first time I actually went out and did stuff on my own, this is like cooking for myself, because I feel like everybody just goes, like, cooking's kind of just like a small thing, because technically the biggest things are your first job and your first car and your license, and that built around those big things. But I'm like, for me, it's like cooking for myself, because most of my life I've had people cook for me, and I've never actually had to cook for myself. The only time I did, it wasn't exactly great, and everything was instant and everything was simple, But to actually cook for myself was terrifying, because I had no reassurance from anybody, and if I did call reassurance, I felt like I was calling too much and, asking for so much and that, and I didn't want to call my mom over and be like, hello mommy, help, whatever and that, but it's a lot. I feel like everybody doesn't understand it until they're done it themselves. But I feel like everybody who does view this, because I don't necessarily put a lot of restrictions on my YouTube videos, but if I do put restrictions, it's usually when I say something that's not appropriate for young adults. But you guys can talk if you guys are like 18 and that. Like, I started going to college when I was just hitting into my early 20s, so yeah, kind of was a late bloomer, if you're catching my drift. I've always been a late bloomer for everything, so yeah. So after that shenanigans with cooking and learning how to be independent, it was a lot. And I feel like after I did all the cooking, I sat down and ate, I had kind of like a realization, like, you know what, I'm gonna be fine. I was watching like YouTubers like Sam and Kobe, who are my favorite, and everybody knows that, because if you watch my videos you understand. But yeah, so I watched my YouTube videos and then sat there for a good 25 minutes after eating, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be good, because I'm probably gonna make some more dumb decisions in life, so this shouldn't matter too much about the fact that I got to my first meal. It's a big step for me, but I know I'm gonna have a lot of decision making in the future. That was kind of my idea, I guess, and after I had my first real adult situation, so I realized that everybody's gonna eventually, you're gonna grow up. For anybody that's under, if I'm pretty sure there's some people on here who have lied about their age, so if you're 12 or 13 and you're on YouTube and I'm watching this, just remember that growing up isn't all it's cracked to be. I mean, you're gonna find anxiety with some adult related thing. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of a lot of adult responsibilities I have, so that was kind of my first step into adulthood. I consider it anyway, I guess. Technically, I've had a job before then, so I know I'm complaining about that, but sorry about not being as energetic. This is kind of a chill story time, I'm kind of vibing in like the whole podcast thing. I might do it someday, but this is kind of just testing the waters of that situation. But yeah, if you guys like this video, enjoyed it, I'll be doing more eventually. So right now I'm just gonna be posting these once in a while, talking about stuff. So if you guys want to subscribe, you can. If you want to like the video, you can, and share it around. The question below, if you guys see this months from now, is what was your first dinner that you cooked for the first time? Something, maybe an amazing story about a food that you didn't think you would be good at. Yeah, you guys can talk about that amongst yourselves in the comment section. But quiet video-ish. And little Mandy, peace and out. Love you all, and yeah.